Last Saturday, in his weekly address, the governor of Maine, LePage, made headlines when he said that you must buy health insurance under the Affordable Care Act or pay the new Gestapo, the IRS. Well, this Wednesday, at a speech in Vermont, one of the heads of the union representing the IRS employees decided to give LePage a chance to possibly walk back his statements, and LePage decided to go in a different direction. We have tape.
So you're saying the IRS is headed in the direction of the Gestapo. Do you have a sense of what the Gestapo actually did during World War II?
Yeah, they killed a lot of people.
And so that the IRS is headed in that direction?
Yeah.
They're heading in the direction of killing a lot of people?
Yeah.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, they're very serious. You know why?
Tell me.
Rationing.
Rationing.
They ration healthcare in Canada. That's why a lot of people in Canada come down to the U.S.
Wait. So, first of all,
Obviously.
the Canadians are Nazis? Okay, if I had to pick a country that was least Nazi, I might go with Canada. Second of all, how do we go from talking about the U.S. IRS to all of a sudden the Canadians killing people? Okay, and second of all, the IRS isn't going to be rationing through healthcare. What the hell is he talking about?
A couple extra seconds. Yeah, of course, the IRS is not actually involved in the fictional death penalty, so they're not actually involved in a fictional thing. But also, in this case, in this fantasy scenario, the IRS are forcing you to be involved in healthcare. The alternative would be not being in healthcare at all, and that makes you less likely to die, apparently.
Yeah, and if your private insurance is allowed to do whatever they want, and for example, as they do today, and they do lifetime coverage caps, and so if you have a really serious illness, well, we're not going to cover you because that costs too much money. You know what happens then?
You die.
You die, okay? Is private insurance Gestapo and Nazis? How could you, you liberal? You're sicking me. I can't believe you would use an analogy like that. Our own government officials, of course, they're all Nazis, right? I mean, Maine has got to be mortally embarrassed by this guy. I mean, I know Republicans are crazy, but this guy sounds like a fringe
Radio
blogger.
host.
Yeah.
This
Let
is his
alone
official address. This wasn't like he was talking to Michael Savage or something. This was his address to Massachusetts.
I mean, speaking of
Maine,
Michael Savage,
to Maine.
He sounds like Michael Savage. Like,
Yeah.
the IRS, let me tell you something. The Gestapo, they're killing you. I mean, this guy's a governor.
Well, I think all of this stuff, the basis of any of this stuff is economics, and I think that when you get into a situation like we're in, where people are really hurting, it gives rise to, to take the Gestapo, analogy, this is how the Gestapo came to power. People like him are the ones that actually were the Gestapo, or the precursor to the Gestapo in Nazi Germany. I'm just saying, when you got a seriously depressed economy and people really hurting, high levels of income inequality, it leads to extremism popping up, and what's really insidious is that we have this extremism popping up that is funded, supported by the people that are benefiting from these high levels of inequality.
Let me give two quick examples. First of all, in Europe, it's already happening. You've got the rise of fascist parties. Now, they haven't taken over any governments or so, but their numbers are significantly increasing. It's something to watch out for and to be concerned about.
They're punching women on TV.
It's a mess. And now here, we don't call them fascist parties, but we've got an entire party devoted to merging business and state. That's called the Republican Party. And we have a second party that largely agrees with them, right? And then, so we have the Democrats who are a little to the right of the Republicans that I grew up with in the 1980s, who weren't that kind-hearted to begin with, right? And then we got the Republicans who are so far right, we don't call them those dirty words because we're the progressives and we're the good guys and and they don't mind using it at all. But when you talk about being a precursor, well, it's a fair point to make.
We're going to see more of this, though, this sort of talk. We've got Reince Priebus. He was interviewed and he talked about how you have to stop Obama or life and liberty will end in America. Look, Mitt Romney has nice hair, but he's a boring man. They're not excited to vote for him, so it has to be a life or death thing. Either he gets elected or America's done. That's how they hope to drive people out to vote for him.